Okay. So, what is your name?
I'm RedFaction.
Your RedFaction. Okay, where are
RedFaction.
you? What?
Nothing.
Oh, where are you from?
I am from Vancouver, British Columbia, and if you don't know where that is, it's in Canada, and shame on you for not knowing where it is.
Is it like on the cold side of Canada or on the other cold side of Canada?
It's on one of the cold sides, kinda. I want to say it's cold here. It's more colder in the middle of Canada and up north. You know where I'm at, it's pretty mild. Once in a while you get snowed in, but yeah, pretty mild. It's the
Okay.
West Coast. If you
Okay.
don't know where British Columbia is, shame on you.
What do you do outside of First Cav?
Well, I'm a student. I go to high school. I'm really young blood of First Cav. Sports, anything, just passing the time.
What sports do you do?
Currently, I play box lacrosse right now. In season, I play football, not soccer, but football. And
Whoa, no.
rugby.
No. He meant soccer for that's what we Americans call it because we're right. It's soccer.
No, I play football, as in American football, as in not soccer.
Oh,
And I also play
okay. I
rugby
thought you
in
were saying it the
season.
Frenchy way because you're Canadian.
God, no. Fuck you, I'm not French.
Okay. What is your position with First Cav as of right now?
I'm a sergeant. Pretty much, it's what it is. It's not a lot of work as far as like anything administration. I manage a little squad. They tell me, how they're doing. I'm just like, okay, everyone's doing okay. Tell someone else they're doing okay. That's pretty much the end of my job. I pretty much just babysit my other things and just play games.
Okay, cool. On to our second course. What has been your most memorable experience with First Cav?
With a lot of them, I gotta say, there's a whole lot of good times with First Cav. My most memorable one that comes to mind right away is killing Hakobo with a tin can in Daisy. And it was during a free side trading operation. We were providing security for him. It was getting a bit boring. We were there for an hour or so. And Hakobo is just the one sergeant, or he was really a corporal back then or whatever. But he's so much fun to pick on. He had a tin can. Tin cans would spawn all over Devil's Castle. I'd go around collecting them and throwing them at him, to the point where I broke his legs. And poor little Hakobo didn't have morphine, and he expected me to morphine him. Not gonna happen. But what I do is I take the blood bags out of his backpack and blood bag him, so he could keep on, surviving these tin cans as I beat him with him for about half an hour. Until finally I looked in the message or on the bottom, it was Sergeant Hakobo has been killed. and I'm like, well, I think I'm the first person to kill someone with a tin can, and that was probably the best time I ever had at First Cav was doing that.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty memorable.
I'll never let him forget it. He let me kill him with a tin can. Not just one tin can, it was about 50.
Oh, okay. Did you keep picking them up afterwards? Can you pick them up afterwards? I don't even know if you can.
They kept spawning. So I had a huge supply of them, and I just kept pegging them with tin cans for a course of an hour.
Do they spawn after you throw them? I've never checked.
No, they just disappear.
Oh, okay. Where do you think First Cav could improve?
Right now, I think it's about our mixing the new members. So the biggest problem I see is when a new recruit joins and say Daisy standalone, like what we had with Daisy originally was, recruits would join and kind of it'd be difficult for them to be brought in with the group right away because they feel a lot of our members feel recruits aren't to be trusted all the time, especially in Daisy. They're new guys, they're not really tested in any way. So we kind of, I don't want to say alienate them, but we kind of push them a little way. We're pretty friendly to them most of the time, but sometimes they're left out of things. And so I feel the problem is just integrating new members into the group, and that's probably what we should work on in the future.
I have a little idea after this interview that I'm going to tell you about that I think is a good idea. Along those lines, I actually agree with you. That's one of the things I really think First Cav should improve on.
It's nice to see someone who agrees with me. Very few people do.
Yeah. See?
I'm a loose cannon.
Why have you stayed with First Cav? Ooh,
I
that's a
think I'm just
sensitive
used to it.
question too. Because back in
Yeah, I already
January,
quit
you were
once.
like, I'm gonna, fuck you guys. I think I'm out of here.
I'm not gonna lie, I rage quit for about a month. I just said, "Fuck you guys, I'm out of here for a little bit," and I ended up coming back though, so that was good. But why have I stayed? Honestly, I ask myself that question every day. I think it's more the trouble of finding a new group that makes this very difficult. 'Cause I'm not wanting to go searching. I don't like having to do that. I'd rather just, I'm used to it here. I hang out here. Why not just stay here?
And I will say from my experience, being in other groups because I only play DayZ, being in other groups, they're so unstable, and I'm so surprised
They
First
are.
Cav survived
We've been here for
DayZ.
a long time. As far like I came in Daisy, but I think First Cav's been here for a number of years, at least 5 or 6.
But I've
Um,
seen DayZ break like groups that have
so many groups.
been
Yeah,
together for so long because it's just so rough, Like it's such a hard
we both
game.
when we both served at NWO before First
Oh
Cav. I
yeah,
want to say served. It's
yeah.
only a military thing. But we were both with for NWO, and we both left at different times for First Cav. But they're gone now. They're off the map completely. I know some of the officers still, and they just said it disappeared. It's gone.
Yeah, they're gone. Like I checked too. I was like, what the heck? I thought it'd be a group that would last at least past into the standalone, but who knows
See,
what even happened there.
if I had stayed, they would have carried on. But no, I left, and they died out because of it.
I don't know about that. I think it's kind of stretching it, but we're getting off topic.
Yeah,
Let's
keep
go
going with
on.
it.
What? Oh, shit. Next question is what other clans have you been a part of? Their names, reasons for leaving.
Well, we already touched on NWO. The reasons for leaving them. Well, I got kicked out. Not my fault. See, I had this. I was a staff sergeant there as well, and I didn't want to do paperwork. I'm not a fan of the paperwork or kind of administration work. And this member who her name was Kim. She offered me to join her squad as a fire team leader. Pretty much, it'd be like I ran everything in Daisy as far as just operations. She did all the paperwork and logistics bullshit that I didn't want to handle. Oh, this is a pretty sweet deal. Except she was kind of a bitch to officers, as in, like I can't even explain how painful it was sometimes to see some of that. Anyway, she got us all kicked out, and we came here. Kind of a hilarious subject, to be honest. But anyway, before that, if we're just talking about Daisy, I was with Last Resort, a group I kind of co-founded. They pissed me off a lot. I'm not gonna lie, except for a few of them. The new leader of that group, Valkyrie's pretty awesome. But anyway, in the past, I've been with a few other gaming groups. Nothing important though.
I see. Everyone has that one group that they founded. I mean, everyone goes through it. You want to make that. You want to make your mark on the world, and then.
By the time I left, I was already to kill all of them. So it was a good thing I left. I was about
Okay.
ready to just start massacring them one by one or something stupid like that.
Okay. Question 6. Have you had any projects you have partaken in First Cav, or plan on doing any projects?
Well, I guess my big project that I was kind of well known for a while was the coalition. That was the big survivor coalition in DayZ that was supposed to get a whole bunch of groups together. I had CQF, Tonics Wasteland, Freeside.
There's a post. There's
What,
actually
97th ADU.
there's a counter
That's
post about that post, about that operation you were doing actually in DayZ. I don't know if you ever saw it, but like a whole bunch of bandits got together and they're like, "You see this?
oh yeah,
You see
that never
this?"
happened.
Yeah.
We were waiting for something, but we had hoped the bandits would come, but they never came. I was disappointed in them a little bit, being an ex-bandit. I wanted more from them, but anyway. Yeah, I don't know. Seems like Wasteland took a lot of my thunder with that one, and I think everyone thinks Wasteland came up with it because he talked me into letting him do the post because he was well known at that point. And all I got was a fucking mention at the end saying, "And thanks to Red for this idea." It was like, oh really? You're gonna Jew me like that? I think he wants to take it over now and make it into something stupid, like the new coalition or something like that. It'll have a different way of running.
I see.
I
Okay.
told him blatantly that if I ever lost control of it, I'd burn it down. So we're gonna see what happens in the future.
Okay. Well, let me go on to. How much time do you dedicate to playing video games and First Cav?
Video games? I don't know. Let's see. I got there's an average of that. I'd say 4 or 5 hours a weekday. If I have sports or something, I might get 2 or 3 in. Weekends, I know life, but I don't like people that much. Like I blow people off and just play video games, so it could be a large number, it could be a small number, depending on how I feel that day.
Okay. What's your favorite video game of all time? Why?
I would have to say RedFaction. You know, I didn't even pick the name originally because I liked the game. Like I loved it, but it was like after I used to play it when I was a kid. It was probably one of my first gaming memories was playing. Like I started gaming when I was about 3, and I guess later on I played RedFaction a lot, and RedFaction 2, and then so on and so forth. And that was one of the games that really stuck with me as one of my big shooters that I used to love when I was a kid.
I see.
Yeah, so that's got some nostalgia to it. I don't know the word.
I got you. I don't even know what RedFaction is actually. I apologize, but what is it? Gosh, damn it!
Game.
Is it a PC game?
I think it was a console game originally. I want to say it was for the PS2 or the PS1.
Okay.
I think the PS2 originally. I don't remember.
I think I'm getting this right. Did RedFaction have like a gorilla thing?
Gorilla.
Yeah.
Armageddon. Okay. Surprisingly, I haven't even touched Armageddon. I just don't want to deal with that. I think it'll cry a little bit. It'll break my heart.
Okay, what's your least favorite game of all time?
Farming Simulator. Hands down, right there.
Farming Simulator? What the hell is that about?
During my leave, when I left, I joined TAW for a little bit. I joined the AM3 division, which is the Ace division, the hardcore Arma Ace players, and yeah, they were playing Farming Simulator. They kind of talked me into buying it, and so I was in a daze for about 4 hours, and after that, I kind of came out of it and realized I've been cutting grass for the past 4 hours, and I don't know how I felt about that. I felt like I'd been cheated out of 4 hours of my life, just driving around a little lawnmower cutting grass.
So the game's I've never heard about this game. It's just about like
you farm. That's pretty much all there is right there.
So it's like a micromanage. It's like a micromanaging Farmville.
Imagine Farmville, but realistic, and you got Farming Simulator.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, you've already answered this question. You started playing video games when you were 3, right?
When I was 3, I'd figured out how to use a computer.
What consoles have you owned?
I owned a Wii for about a month, and I decided that wasn't gonna fly. PS2. I thought I'd add that because I hated the Wii. It's so stupid. PS2, Xbox 360. Maybe there's a comma there, so there's an Xbox and an Xbox 360.
I see.
A PC, of course. I'm part of the Master Race. Yeah.
That's it?
PS2. We're playing that a lot. A lot of PS2 back in the day.
Okay. Well, that concludes our interview. If you want to talk about anything more, I can cut any part out of this. We could talk about more later. So, yeah.
Yeah, we're done.
That's RedFaction.
Ooh.
Okay, there we go. Blah, 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 blah. What do you do on your free time? Do you have a girlfriend?
I masturbate, okay? I masturbate.
You masturbate all the time.
A lot of masturbation.